Hi guys, so today we're going to talk about culture shock. So
Yeah.
you're going to share your experiences here.
Mm.
How long have you been here now?
I came on 16th February. When is today? 13th of
June. So
June.
it's about 4 months.
Yeah.
Mm.
So in 3 days it will be 4 months complete.
Mm.
Yeah, so yes, that's it.
Okay, so what's the biggest thing you've noticed so far that's different?
Oh, there are a lot of culture shocks I got when I arrived, and I don't think I can count them all, but a lot of them. Few, I think I noticed with you when you were still in Kenya. I think, yeah, especially the
That
one
was
for
your preview.
yeah, the one for washing utensils. It's just
Oh, okay. So what's the difference about how we do dishes here?
uh, so imagine in Kenya, like the way we wash dishes, we will rinse. Of course, we'll just rinse first, and then we wash with soapy water. After that, we will rinse the soap from utensils. But here it's so different. I don't think if it's everyone here in New Zealand, but from I've seen mom, your nan and granddad doing the same. All your families, like, they're doing the same thing. They are washing, like they rinse. They start with rinsing, and then they wash with soapy water, and that's it. No rinsing of the soapy water, and so the utensils will dry with the soap in it. That's I feel it's not so clean, because how do you trust like a plate that has been washed with soap and not rinsed? The soap dried on that plate. Oh, how? Even the dishwashing machine, I don't think it does that. It washes and rinses off the soap.
Yeah,
So
probably.
why do people leave the soap on your plates?
Well, it adds a lot more water, I think, if you want to do 3 stages.
Seriously, water? New Zealand is full of water. Come on. You people have water. You don't have any problem with water. I don't think. Okay, if you think that's the problem, then start with the soapy water and rinse after.
But then your soapy water will get very dirty.
But you will rinse it after.
Okay.
Do you think it's hygienic, honestly, leaving it with soap to dry?
Hygienic? I don't think it's bad in terms of hygiene, but do we want to eat soap? Maybe
No.
not.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to show you how they do it and how Kenyans we do it, or maybe African countries we do it.
And another thing is that I think when I went to Kenya, I found it a bit tricky to find a dishwashing brush.
Yes, we don't use dishwashing brush. We use the spongy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no brush. Those brushes you use, I think we can use them in the toilet.
Ah. So really, most people don't use the brushes.
No. We don't
Have
use
you ever
those
seen
brushes.
anyone who uses a brush?
I haven't.
Oh.
I first saw it with you. I don't know if people do it. For me, no. I've never seen anyone in Kenya doing it. Yeah, you tell us if you use brushes. Do you use brushes or you use the spongy ones? The brushes that I'm talking of is like the ones you use, similar to the shape of the brushes you use in the toilet, but it's different, not all rounded bristles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Right, so what's maybe some differences you've noticed about the roads?
The roads. Oh, traffic. Yeah, I think there are lots of cars than people on the road. Lots of cars, everyone. I think the ratio here is the ratio of people to cars is 1:1. And so you rarely meet someone when you're walking. You just meet cars, and I think That's so unsocial. Okay, I don't know, but there are not so many people on the road, and also traffic lights. That's what I was talking about. Um, like the road is so clear, but you need to press that button. That button you press on. What is it called? Traffic what?
At the traffic light.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a button. We don't. It doesn't have a name. It's just a
Okay, the
button that you
button.
push.
You push and then you
Mhm.
wait. You wait until it turns green for you to cross the
Yeah.
road. I mean, even if the road is clear, you have to wait and there's no car. I think, my love, you're the one who does that.
No, lots of
You
people
know?
will.
Oh, no, but that's so annoying sometimes because in Kenya we cross the road anyhow. You just cross.
And technically, if you're within a certain amount of meters from the crossing, you have to use that crossing. If you cross the road just on your own, apart from the crossing, that's illegal. But no one's really going to punish you for it.
But if it's illegal, then why am I? If it's illegal and I do it, why am I not being punished? Okay, I'll just do it because I'm not being punished. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about in terms of food?
Food, the thing that I don't like. Okay, maybe I'm liking it now because I'm getting used to how people eat. Kenya, what we do, breakfast, it's normal. You'll have bread, tea, whatever. I think that's also what they do for breakfast. But now lunchtime, lunchtime, you people know what we eat at lunch. Like we have proper meal at lunch. We will have like ugali and something else, or maybe rice or something else. It's food that we've cooked. And few people will maybe buy takeaways like fries, kebabs. Few people, but most people we do cook like proper food for lunch. Here, especially the first day when I came, you had a camp on Friday. Was it on Friday? No, the camp was on the next Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes, on Saturday they had a camp, and you know what you expect in a retreat camp. Lunchtime, we will have like a buffet of food. You'll have rice, there's meat, there's chicken, there's what? All those nice foods. I was so excited that we were going for lunch, only to get shocked. Guess what they were eating? Just guess. Imagine they're eating bread, queen cakes,
Bread just on its own, or
maybe sandwich. But those are things that we eat for breakfast, not lunch. And I was thinking, oh, maybe this is just an appetizer. Let me wait for lunch. There was no any other lunch. That was the lunch. Yeah. Or crepes, biscuits. Yeah. They don't have time. I asked my mother-in-law and they told me like it's the culture here because they do not have time to cook for lunch. So people, even at work, you don't have enough time for break, for you go cook food, what? So you just do snack. Yeah, let's just say that's snacking.
So are you telling me that if you went to work in Kenya, if you had a job, say in the city,
Yeah.
Would you have a kitchen there where you make food?
No, we don't have. Okay, I think some companies do, but we do not have kitchens. What we do, there are many hotels, like very small shops,
Oh, so
small
you buy
hotels,
food.
small restaurants. Yeah, so you just go and buy food there. Yeah.
I suppose, yeah, some people will buy takeaways here for lunch, which would be cooked food, but it's generally quite a bit more expensive, I think. How do you think about that? Do you think the food prices here are different or same, or what?
High, but I think it's according to even how you guys are paid. You're being paid more, you spend more on things. So I think it can be the same. It depends on your income. If you're getting enough money, if you buy those expensive things, you won't feel that it's very expensive. But if you're earning small, you'll feel like, yeah, this you can't afford to buy this and that. I think it's just the same in Kenya. People are not being paid well. And so the price of things are also low. So you get low, you spend little on what you eat. So yeah.
Okay. So what about like the shopping for food? How does that
Shopping.
feel? Yeah.
Or
Or just shopping in general.
you think it's
Is there any difference?
with the currency, I don't know if it's expensive or not. Yeah.
But what about like, because when I was there, it was quite different to see how many stalls there were, or
Oh, you're talking of stalls.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
they're
the
not small.
availability and options. What kind of shops there are, and what they look like. Yeah.
Here,
Mm.
big. I haven't seen very small retail shops. Just see supermarkets, malls. Yeah, big shopping centers, not small ones. You don't have like they are not those too small in your area, or you call it suburb or what. Yeah, so you have to drive to go to the supermarket to buy things. Yeah.
Like, if from here, how long would it take you to get to your nearest shop?
10 minutes drive. That is drive, not walking. Yeah. If you are in Kenya, you will just get a shop nearby. You just walk, and it's not so far. Yeah.
And how do you find the supermarkets?
Supermarkets, they are cold, freezing. Oh my! Everything is frozen. Everything is in the fridge. Like you enter the supermarket. I even wonder how those you call them supermarket attendants or those employees, how they survive. Like the place is so cold, and you will find someone with a booty short. Oh my. Or crop top. I think they are used to the weather and all that. But me, anytime, I don't enjoy going to the supermarket. Every time I usually tell Samuel, hey, we need to hurry. You're going to the supermarket knowing what you're going to buy, because I don't want to stay there for long thinking, oh, should we buy this or what? Because I don't want to freeze. It's freezing. Nothing you'll find there fresh.
Fresh? Oh.
Yeah. Like I thought that sometimes you want to buy beans, cook on for yourself, but you'll just find canned beans. Everything is in the fridge, even the vegetables. Yeah, so that's the only issue I have.
And what about when you're walking around the supermarket, or maybe anywhere? What kind of people do you see?
What kind of people?
Yeah. Tell us about the demographics that you've experienced.
Like Indians, Chinese. I haven't seen so many black people. Yeah, I don't know why.
And their age ranges?
Oh, about that. That's what you are asking. Oh yeah, there's so many old people here I mean the ratio of old people to young, we can say it's 9:2.
I don't think it's that much.
Okay, but there are so many old people. Even at Samuel's church, I noticed that, I think because it's Anglican, maybe that can be a reason. There are so many old people. And interesting, people here, they don't die so early. Like they really age well before they die. I remember one day Samuel was in Kenya and he kept hearing news of people dying, and he would tell me, oh, people are dying so much here. Like there's so many deaths. I think also it's because of the population. I don't know. You know, Kenya is so populated. So you will hear stories of death. I do not know. But what I have observed here is that there are so many old people than young people. Yeah.
Okay. What about things to do with religion differences? Do you think there's difference?
Not so many Christian. I think that's not a culture shock because I knew that.
Oh, okay.
So not so many Christian in Western countries. And funny enough, you people are the ones who brought gospel to Africa.
Mm.
And it's the other way around. Africa, we are so much into religion. Like there's so many Christians, also so many Muslims, so many all those religions, and here you have very few people. Sometimes you even feel uncomfortable like speaking about religion, even at my workplace, because you don't know these people. What do they believe in? People are just talking of dream catchers. I don't understand what those are. Yeah, not so many Christians.
And one of the things that I think you've mentioned is that sometimes you might go somewhere and it's a bit unclear whether you're going to say grace or not.
Yeah, because no, I don't want to mention that. Yeah, I don't want to give an example, but yeah, so it's not so clear. It's like you are at the edge. You do not know, should I not? What's going to happen? Yeah, is it weird if I do this? If I anything that is religion related. Yeah.
Yeah, so getting back to transport, is there anything else you think about how we do transport?
No.
Okay. So what about how people are dressed?
Oh yeah, dressing. I mean, it's very different. People are just casually dressed here. Very casual. There's no very few, like, I don't know. I've not even seen anyone, but my mother-in-law is good in tastes fashion wise. Yeah, so sometimes you go to church, you're dressed so nicely, so fashionable, you feel out of place because hey, no one is dressing up. You wake up with what you had and come to church.
I think some people do, especially at the first service. You'll see people like normally some men will wear suits.
Oh,
But
suits is just normal. I'm talking of being stylish.
Okay.
Yeah, no, people are not stylish here, honestly speaking. I think even this dress that I'm wearing, it's very pretty. Very pretty. You rarely see people with pretty things. And their colors are so boring. The other people find people black, gray, beige. Some are just cool color, yes, but yeah. Yeah, so it feels weird when you're dressing up and everyone else is just casually dressed.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And we say that people here they walk maybe barefoot sometimes. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I saw once someone. Yeah, and you had already told me, so I was not really shocked about that. Yeah, so walking barefoot is not in Africa. If you maybe went to school barefoot, it's because your family could not afford it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but here it's more healthy walking barefoot. Yeah.
And what about wearing shoes inside?
People wear shoes inside the house. Yeah.
Okay, that's just the same?
No, it's not the same. In Kenya, you would have to remove your shoes before getting in someone's house. Yeah.
Okay. And what about like renting and buying houses and just all the housing?
Housing here is expensive, but it's very funny, like how expensive the houses are, and most of the houses are built with wood. Between wood and stone, which one is more expensive? I think it's stone, right?
For us, I don't think it makes much of a difference. But I don't think there's really any stone.
You use
ones.
brick.
Unless they're very old houses.
Brick.
So probably if they were stone, they would be expensive because they would be quite old.
Yeah, houses are built on wood, most of them. I have seen even the one we are here. What's this? You can hear?
Wood.
Can you hear? You will think this is like what? You'll on the appearance you'll think it's concrete, but no, it's not concrete.
Yeah.
So, and then the problem with this is that they are not like soundproof.
No.
Yeah, they are not soundproof. So if you have your lava, you're not going to there.
Some walls they do put insulation inside.
Okay, yeah,
so
okay,
it reduces
fine.
it a bit, but yeah.
Houses are extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. If you are to buy a house here, maybe the cheapest, can you estimate the cheapest you can get in New Zealand?
Well, cheapest house, maybe it's really bad quality or area. It could be like, I think you could get one around $200,000 to $300,000.
$300,000. That's the
Yeah.
cheapest. $300,000 in Kenyan shillings. I can imagine. Let's invest in Kenya. Yeah, let's invest in Kenya. Buy lots of land. Build there if you want.
Exchange to?
$300,000. It's like 30 million.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 30 million Kenyan shillings. Whew, that's enough for me to build a mansion for myself in Kenya.
And renting, how is that?
Renting also is very expensive. If you want a really nice house, okay, I think houses here are so nice. Even the ones that he's calling not so good, they are nice. New Zealand have standards, according to how my husband told me. They have standards on what's acceptable of you to build. So they can't just build any house that looks just shoddy. So yeah, houses are so expensive, very expensive, and you pay weekly dollars. Like if you can get the cheapest in the city, for a 1 bedroom, the cheapest, and that's not your own compound or what, that will be like $380 a week. Yeah, $380 a week, and you have neighbors who are making noise for you. You have all these things. $300 a week. So yeah, so life is very expensive, and I think they get paid to pay bills. You get paid at work to pay bills because things are just ridiculously expensive here. Yeah. So you can say, oh yes, they're expensive, but they're being paid well. They're not being paid bad, but whatever they get, you will find a mere person or just a normal citizen here working will not have enough money to save because all is going on the bills. Food, they are extremely expensive life. Yeah.
Okay, and another thing is maybe how weddings different.
Yeah, wedding is very different, of course, because how can you invite me to a wedding? You're inviting me for the service. The first service, the one you walk down the aisle and you exchange vows. And then I'm not on the list for the reception. How is that possible? Reception is the wedding in Kenya. Like that's the main event of the day. Like we've come here to dance, eat, do all those things, like have fun. It's so difficult here. Like you cannot like, you might be invited for the wedding ceremony, just the first part where they exchange vows, but you're not going to the reception. Only few people are chosen, and I feel that's not good. Also, you cannot get crushed in Kenya when you have a friend has a wedding. Just ask, and the friend will ask you, oh, do you have a form today? Anything you're doing today? No. I mean, anything you're doing on Saturday? No. Okay, there's a wedding for my friend, we can go. And you go and have fun. Here, it's so different. There is nothing like get crashing. But no, I have no problem with get crashing. if they don't allow that, that's good. If you're not invited somewhere, why are you going anyway in the first place? So the thing is, I don't like the fact that you will go to the first for the ceremony and miss the reception. For us, the reception is the ceremony. Yeah. And there's not so many weddings here.
Okay. So, anything else you have that you can think of? So, there were a few things you were wanting to add.
Yeah. We are back after I gave birth. This is months later. So yeah, one is about hospitals. In Kenya, like every health facility, apart from chemists, we will call them hospitals. Whether it's small, big, medium, that's a hospital to us. And here, hospitals, I mean in Kenya, hospitals is for if you're feeling sick, if you have headache, if you have diarrhea, if you any form of illness you feel in your body, you usually say we are going to the hospital. But here it's very different. They have hospitals just for emergency cases. So for them they have clinics. It's like clinics. The one you go if it's not an emergency case, it's a clinic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have clinic, like if we say he has a GP, a general practitioner, and we go to a clinic whenever we feel there's something not okay. And then the practitioner is the one who might refer you to the hospital if your case is an emergency, if he thinks your case is really an emergency. And I think it's very...
Or just that it needs specialized treatment,
Yeah.
which the hospital has.
Yeah.
But they can also refer you to other places than the hospital.
Okay.
Like X-ray somewhere. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not an emergency, is it? The X-ray?
No.
Yeah, and also it baffles me, like, how do they tell? Because me, if I am really having a toothache, for me, that's an emergency. I really need to go to the hospital. Why do I need to go to the practitioner? So he can refer me if he wants to refer me. Do you think it's just not sitting well with me? And also, at the GP, they are limited to 15 minutes, I think so, right? 15 minutes of seeing you if you're going to the GP. They don't have like a whole time for you. So they rush. And I'm like, wow, that was so fast of analyzing what I'm going through. Yeah, it's a culture shock to me, because also it's a culture shock because here I get confused when I'm telling someone. Sometimes I go to the GP, but I will find myself telling someone here, I went to the hospital. So they're like, you went to the hospital? So what do you mean you went to the hospital? Like, what took you to the hospital? I forget saying, you're supposed to say you went to the GP, not to the hospital, because a hospital is another new case. It's just another new case, not the same as a GP. Yeah. So in Kenya, you have many small hospitals, and here they just have one public hospital and 2 private. Yeah. So if they if they don't refer you, if the GP doesn't refer you to public hospital, which is free, yeah, that's the good thing actually. In Kenya, you'll pay for the hospital, so which is free. If they don't refer you and you still feel like you really want to get answers to what's happening with yourself, if he doesn't refer you, you can always seek private consultation, and that is very expensive. It's more expensive, so you'll have to pay for private consultation. Yeah, so that's it. Hospitals is not same as GP here. Yes, yeah.
And you also wanted to talk about dancing.
Oh, before we talk about dancing, there's also something just related to medical things. When I was pregnant, you choose a midwife, and you'll be visiting. So I had one midwife, and this midwife had someone else who would, when she's maybe on a leave, take over. But I worked with this one midwife called Hailey. So you choose a midwife, and the midwife will walk with you through the pregnancy journey until after you've given birth, until after 6 weeks, then they refer you to, they transfer you to a blanket nurse. And the good thing is that this one midwife, if you're about to give birth, she will come to your home. I mean, she will come to your home. You're having contractions, she will come until she thinks it's ready for you to go to the hospital. So the midwife visits you at home. It's something that doesn't happen in Kenya, unless you're paying for someone, a private person, to come. But that's very different. I found it so nice. Even after I gave birth, she would come every week to visit. Every week she would come to visit me and my child until the child until Koziel turned 6, and then they transferred me to blanket nurse. And the blanket nurse is still coming here because I wasn't ready going to the clinic. Imagine someone coming at your service, madam. It's so awesome. Yeah, so the blanket nurse is coming. I think soon is when I'll start going to their clinic. So they ask you, are you ready to drive? Because I am learning how to drive. So I just have my learner's license. And when my husband is not around, I cannot drive without someone who's there to supervise me. So they ask you, are you ready to drive? Can you drive? If you can't drive, they ask you if you want them to be coming here for their services. So they've been coming here for the last 2 months after the midwife finished. So they've been coming here, and then they do the services here, check on the baby and all that. And I find it so amazing. That's not something that happens in Kenya. Yeah, it was a nice culture shock to me.
And also you, I think you noted about, like, there were sometimes, like, waiting lists. You found sometimes that even if you're referred somewhere, they'll accept or deny, or...
You're referred to the hospital and for emergency, and you go there. You think your case is an emergency. You know emergency should be going just straight. But there's they called it a?
Triage.
Triage, yeah. You go and you still wait. Imagine, you're waiting and it's an emergency. That one, I thought that it's not really fair. Because if it's emergency, it's something they should act on it quickly. But it's like you're going again to queue. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so they take you to a triage. And then they also, at the triage, they will still analyze and see if your case should be dealt with immediately or you should still wait. Yeah. So, interesting. What else was I supposed to talk about? Dancing. Oh, in churches, dancing. So when Samuel came to Kenya, Samuel, I used to get mad because when we went to church with him, he will stand during the service, and I was wondering, why is he not moving? Like, the first song, people are dancing and I'm next to him and he's not moving, and I feel so bad. I'm like, why are you not moving? Are you not feeling the song? Wait until I came here. Oh my goodness. It's like the same for everyone. So I go to church and it's time for worship, praise and worship session, and people are just standing. They're just calm and collected. And I say, oh wow, so my husband wasn't the problem. It's just the culture here. And also, I thought that maybe because he's an Anglican, that's why he's very reserved. No, I visited my mother-in-law's church. It's a Pentecostal church. And it's the same thing. They are all reserved. Like, they're just standing. They have good choices of songs, but they are all standing. Or, I mean, the most they could do is just lifting their hands.
Oh, yeah,
I just
some people do that.
Yeah,
Not everyone.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying, the most people will do. And so, I went also to my sister-in-law's and brother-in-law's church, which is a Pentecostal church too. It's just the same. No dancing. Like, I'm like, you people are you not feeling the song? And the way you have really good choice of song lists, they are so powerful. so powerful. But yeah, it's just their way. Yeah, it's just their culture. They're very reserved people.
Some people will sway, maybe.
Yeah, like
or
this.
they'll clap. Clapping sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Or they'll put their hand here.
yeah. So that's it.
What people here do, if you want milk, tea with milk or coffee with milk, this is the amount of coffee I have put. And then you just put a tiny bit of milk, tiny bit, just to change the color. And that's it. This is what they call white coffee. This is white coffee.
Isn't it tea? Is it not tea?
No, it's coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just put a tiny bit of milk for it to change color or to just smell like milk. This is how they do it here. Yes, that's interesting. But for me, I'm gonna put more. I am not going to drink this. I will put more for myself. And typically, this is what Kiwi people do. They just put tiny bit of milk. And imagine they have lots of milk. It's not that they don't have milk. They have lots of cows. That's it.
I hope you enjoyed our video, and please you can subscribe, share. Okay, you can subscribe and comment. That will be enough for us. Thank you.